Welcome back to Lenz's Comic Corner, classic slash non-classic. This is episode number 728 and Doubleshot number 632. I got one image trade and one DC trade. First up is the image trade. Snotgirl Volume 2. Yep, containing issues 6 through 10. Yeah, it's very heavily implied that the main character is a lesbian. Actually, she is a lesbian because at 2 points in the book, she makes out with the brunette. Yep, she does. Brian Lee O'Malley. Great job writing these women. Yep. I mean, aside from the whole lesbian kiss thing, it's a pretty good story. Yeah, mostly just about a character who's recovering from an accident. Who actually, at the end of the previous volume, fell off a frickin' balcony and somehow survived. Yeah. Book never bothers to explain it. Yeah, also at the end of the first issue of the series, this girl was apparently killed somehow, and then she came back. No explanation for that at all. I don't think even currently they bother to explain it either. Yeah, it's still a pretty good series. I love the artwork in here. It's really good. The artwork is done by Leslie Hung. Yep. Oh, and by the way, one thing I love about these artwork, makes every single woman drop dead gorgeous. I mean, look at these women. These women are hot. And there are some guys in here acting like buffoons, like taking a towel and flicking it at another guy. Yeah, I have felt that. It hurts. So, yeah, I guess they want to throw some comedy in there. It's fine. Yeah, it's an odd little scene, but mostly just focus on Snotgirl. Yeah, I know if it's snot coming out of her nose, she sticks a tissue up her nose. Yeah, it's never fully explained exactly why in the world her snot keeps coming out of her nose. This time actually frequently cleans it, but she still has snot coming out of her nose. I'm gonna give this at least a 9 out of 10 because it's actually pretty good. I would have probably given it 9.5, but but it didn't wow me like a lot of her books, so I want to at least be nice to it. Next up is Time Masters. Yep, Time Masters. Written by Bob Wayne and Louis Steiner, with artwork by Art Turbot, Jose Martinez Jr., and Timothy Truman. Those of you asking the question, what the heck is Time Masters? It was an 80-issue limited series released in 1990. Written by the two guys I just mentioned. And the start of the series is Rip Hunter. Him and his group, the Time Masters, go through various points of the period of time. They go to the French Revolution, the Crusades, the Old West, where they run into Jonah Hex and Pow-Wow Smith. During the Crusades, they run into Vandal Savage. Yep. And there's also frequent appearances in the series. That's a good chunk of the series. Booster Gold makes a guest star appearance because, well, this is years before we find out that Rip Hunter is Booster Gold's son. We also have guest star appearances by various people of the JLI. Yeah, this is, of course, during a period of time when JLI was around. Oh, yeah, and by the way, those of you seen that spear, like, man, that spear looks very familiar. Yeah, it's the same design they use on Flash. Yep. They also here not only the issue limited series, but also the Secret Origins issue. I believe it's issue like 43, I think it was. Oh, and by the way, if you look up Time Masters online, this is the image you will see, this cover. It's actually not a bad looking cover. But yeah, in the first issue, every single issue has a guest appearance by somebody spectacular. In the first issue, we have a guest star appearance by, if I can find the right page here, various members of the GLI. Well, first we have Booster Gold, and yep, he's not the only guest star in this first issue alone. Of course, also some college hijinks. Here are the guest stars. We have the Ted-Core Blue Beetle, Guy Gardner, Fire, Ice, Mr. Miracle, Martian Manhunter, and Huntress. Yeah, out of all these characters, Guy appears one at a time in this series. Booster Gold appears almost every single issue but one, but everybody else who appears in this issue never appears in this series ever again. Yep. And they're not the only ones. Yep. We even have one issue guest appearance by George frickin' Washington. Yep. Yeah, and there's also they go to the period of the Jurassic Age where they run into frickin' dinosaurs. But yeah, aside in the Western era, aside from Jonah Hex and Pow-Wow Smith, they don't run into anybody else, which I'm like, okay, no Batlash, no Tomahawk, just Jonah Hex and Pow-Wow Smith. Yep. And look, there's Jonah Hex. And look, it's Pow-Wow Smith. Yep. That's what they run into in here when they're in the Western era. Yeah, they're in each era for about at least 2 issues before moving on to different era. Yeah. In the French Revolution era, French Revolution, the French Indian War, it's no DC Universe character. They run into George frickin' Washington. Yeah, there's also Illuminati as well, but that goes almost nowhere. It's a mild thing in the series. Yep. We also have a guest star appearance for one issue by Animal-Man. Yep, Animal-Man. Wearing the outfit he wore during the Grant Morrison era for the book. Yep. Well, the book is being published at this point, so my personal guess is the reason why he's here is just to promote the series. That's the only reason why he's here. Just promote it, like, okay, my guess is they must have thrown the advertisement for the series in here. So he just here probably as a publicity. He only appeared just for 2 pages in this whole entire issue, which is weird. Oh, by the way, he never appears in the series ever again. Nope. He never does. For some people read this, it's like, okay, Western era, Jonah Hex is not a surprise, but during the Crusades, oh look, it's the Viking Prince. Yeah, I'm not familiar with this character at all. I think he's an old DC character from the 70s. It's something, though, that the series just revisit, like, the past. Not like DC's past. Oh, no. Oh, look. It's Vandal Savage. Yep, it's Vandal Savage. Even not saying his name. Yeah, that's Vandal Savage. Heck, even one thing about the post-Flash version of this guy, despite the fact they changed his clothes, appearance-wise, still the same guy. Though, those of you wondering about I ever give my opinion about the live-action version of Vandal Savage, it was a disappointment. Why? Because for some reason they decided to merge him with High-Tet. He was a villain from the first issue, the first appearance of the Carter Hawkman. I have no idea why in the world they gave him his backstory, even though Vandal Savage is a caveman, and yet they have his connection to Ancient Egypt. It was very weird and stupid. Yeah, they also killed him off too at the end of Season 1. They reference it in Season 2. We also have, of all people, from the JSA, Dr. Fate. Though I think since it's the male Dr. Fate, I think it's probably Kent Nelson. Yeah, I think it's Kent Nelson this period of time because it's the early 90s. It probably is Kent Nelson. It can't be his wife, and it can't be the other female Dr. Fate, so it's probably Kent Nelson who was this Dr. Fate. Or it could be Nebu himself. Yeah, I think it's Nebu. Yeah, Nebu was an Egyptian sorcerer. That's basically what he was. Yeah. I gotta say, this was one fun little... Oh yeah, we even have a guest star appearance by, of all people, the Hal Jordan Green Lantern. Now, somebody curious though, why does Hal have white in his hair? Well, in the early 90s, he actually did have this. He had this up until... Even after he died, he kept that this. When he was resurrected in 2004, they actually got rid of the gray in his hair. Yeah, even Jeff Johns thought, yeah, this was kind of stupid for Hal to have. White in his hair. Yeah, maybe just time, maybe just acknowledging he's getting older. That's my personal guess. I think the first time I've ever seen it was the first issue of Green Lantern Volume 3. Yep. But this is just a fun little mini-series of these characters traveling through time and covering conspiracies. I love the time periods they visit, and I love all the characters make guest appearances here. The superheroes we get guest appearances, with exception of Booster Gold, they don't impact the series at all, but it's fun to see them. Yep. I'm gonna give this series a 9.5 out of 10. The only reason why I think when this series was collected 10 years ago, the only reason why they said put this into trade is because he was pairing Booster Gold and he's popular. Yep. I kind of wish they would get that second printing because, excuse me, well, we're about to print the Legend of Tomorrow, so why not get that second printing? I think that Time Master's Banishment, I think that's in trade too, and I know that his original series, he had, yes, Rip Hunter had an ongoing series for about 2 years. Yeah. Great series. 9.5 out of 10. Alright, so that's it for this episode. Stay tuned for whenever I get a chance to do the next episode, which is episode number 729 and Doubleshot number 633. I'm not sure exactly what's going to be on yet. It depends on when I get the trades in from the library. But in the case of this is one fantastic series. I do highly recommend it if you're fans of Booster Gold, check out this series because he's in it, even though he doesn't do very much, but he's in the series. And also, if you're a fan of Booster Gold, Rip Hunter, check the series out. Yeah, also if you love 52, definitely check that book out as well because also Jeff Johns he writes the introduction to this thing, which is interesting. Yes, it's featuring 52's Rip Hunter. Yeah. Though a lot of the time, whenever they travel through time, they use backpacks that look like jetpacks, except they have this like little wraparound thing. It kind of reminds me of some stuff Batman used to wear. But yeah, it's a great looking design, and the artwork in here is fantastic. I love it. As far as I know, the people who wrote this series never heard of these people before. But at least I've heard of Time Masters. Yep. And of course, also the Time Masters were also featured on Legend of Tomorrow, and they're all complete jerks. Yeah. Apparently, they have Bano Savage in their back pocket for like no reason at all. Yeah. As for their motivation for being complete dicks, it was never revealed in the show. Yeah, the Time Masters are in fact an actual agency. Unlike here, they're just, well, there's only one Time Master in the show. It's an actual agency. Oh yeah, and apparently the agency doesn't allow the agents to get married, which I think is quite stupid. Or even fall in love for that matter. I mean, really? Are we going to have everybody basically... It's kind of like the way the show wrote the Time Masters in the TV show. They kind of wrote them all, they were freaking Catholic priests and nuns. Where they couldn't fall in love, they couldn't get married, and they couldn't have kids. Wow, that is so stupid. Then how in the war are you going to recruit new people? If I can't have members have kids? So freaking stupid. I'm kind of glad the show got rid of them because I think even the writers knew the Time Masters, the way they written the show, were so stupid. I guess people got rid of them. Yep. Yeah, of course, Rip Hunter gets written in the series as well, though he's now head of a different agency, a time protective agency to kind of protect the timeline. And of course, we have people's memories out to make sure the timeline is perfectly restored. Yep. Though I haven't finished up watching Season 3 of Legend of Tomorrow yet, so please, if any of you are going to spoil Legend of Tomorrow Season 3, like, the first I got with Season 3 right now is just of the Groundhog Day episode. It's the first I've got. So, I do think the series is good. I love what they did with Gorilla Grodd in the series. If I ever get a chance to finish watching the series, I will, in fact, do a review of Season 3. I will. But for right now, I currently don't have plans to do it, okay? But until I see you in the next video, bye.